Out front tonight for an exclusive interview, Chris Mintz's aunt, Angela Galvin. And Angela, thank you so much for being with us. In this horrible, horrible story, there is this one story of heroism that is so inspiring. That is your nephew. He was shot 7 times. How is he doing tonight?
He's in a lot of pain. He's had a lot of people want to talk to him, but he's in so much pain. He's just not comfortable talking right now.
I spoke briefly to your brother, Chris's dad. He said that they're going to have to perhaps operate on his hand. He had been shot in the stomach, in the back. Do they know at all what's next for him?
We know that there's possibly some more surgeries, but we also know that there's a lot of rehabilitation that's going to have to take place. It broke both of his legs. He was shot in both legs, and he had to put rods in. And so he's going to have extensive rehabilitation for that. Also, his hand was shot, so we don't know what all the damage is for that. He also was hit in the back with a bullet that traveled down his side and into his hip, which they decided to leave that bullet in his hip. So we just know that it's going to be a lot of rehabilitation, a lot of recovery, and he's suffering a lot with some pain.
I mean, he's suffering, and he is someone who put his life on the line to save others. When he heard the gunshots, he ran, but he ran towards the gunman, so that the gunman would stop shooting others. I mean, you know, most people hear that, and it is something almost no one can comprehend actually doing. He did it. Does this surprise you?
It doesn't surprise me at all. Chris was also shot in the abdomen, which, you know, is also dangerous. We worry about infection for that. But it doesn't surprise me what Chris did. Growing up, Chris was always a very active, rambunctious little boy, and he thought he was invincible. He always thought that, you know, nothing could hurt him. So the fact that he did that doesn't surprise me at all. I'm just very pleased and blessed, our whole family is, that he survived.
And his father, your brother, when I was talking to him on the phone, told me that Chris was there in school to become a physical therapist to help people who were handicapped.
Yeah, Chris he's very physically, you know, he does a lot of weightlifting. He eats right. He's very healthy. But I think one of the things that has turned him towards that is he has a son that has autism, and Chris is very hands-on as a father and helping take care of his son. So that, I think, made him want to help people, especially mental retardation and other things, because Chris is doing that already, and he stepped up, he manned up, and he's been a great father.
And it was his son. It was his 6th birthday yesterday, and he told the shooter that. He told him that it was his son's 6th birthday. Why do you think it was so important for him to say that at that moment?
I think he wanted, I'm not sure if he was trying to tell him, you know, don't do this to me on this day. You know, it's my son's birthday. I'm not sure if that's what he meant, but that's what I would assume that he meant. You know, because somebody had said that he told him, it's my son's birthday, man, don't do this. So I'm imagining that's what it was. But he was also one of the people that were trying to help him before the paramedics got there, said that he kept saying it over and over, it's my son's birthday, it's my son's birthday.
A love for his son. And I know your brother is going to be leaving in the morning, your family's together tonight, leaving in the morning, driving across the country to stay as long as it takes to help Chris get better. But it's going to be, as you said, Angela, such a long recovery. Your family set up a GoFundMe page to help Chris. What do you need?
Well, he's going to obviously need living expenses. He'll need help with rehabilitation. Fortunately, we have a great family also.
And how is Chris's little son, who's now 6?
You know, since he has autism, he can't speak, so we've not spoken with him. But from what we've heard from his mother, he's okay. He's being taken care of. Her family has come up to help support her in this and to help support Chris. So we're glad for that.